the light of the shooting last week in Denver, Colorado, President Barack Obama made the statement that AK-47s belong to soldiers, not criminals, on the battlefield of war and not on the streets of our cities. And mentally unbalanced people shouldn't be able, the president argued, to get their hands on guns. I'm going to post a link to the article down in the crotch bar. So I thought I would chime in my own 2 cents to kind of, sort of make a brief little comeback to YouTube. You know, I firmly support the right of American citizens to be able to own and maintain firearms. I firmly believe that the Second Amendment gives the people the right to protect themselves not only from criminals, but also from the possibility of our government becoming a tyranny. But here's where I kind of have to add in a little bit of common sense, because the president pretty much hit the nail on the head. It's one thing to have a gun to protect yourself and to protect your family. It's one thing to have a gun to do some hunting and to get food and sustenance for your family and friends, and even to engage in hunting for sport, even though personally I think it's just downright cruel and inhuman. But overall, we need to start enforcing the laws that are already on the books, and we need to encourage gun sellers to use common sense when it comes to selling people guns. Now, James Holmes bought all of his stuff online. He didn't have to show his ID. And he bought over $200,000 of ammunition, guns, bombs, explosives, industrial strength tear gas, body armor. And nobody caught on that this guy was amassing an arsenal. And what I also find fascinating is that you hear a lot of these gun advocates, knuckleheads, that talk about how if they were there and they had their gun, they would have been able to take that guy out. Really? The guy was covered head to foot in body armor. Okay? And not only that, he threw tear gas into an enclosed space so that way it filled up. There were trained soldiers in that theater that are used to operating under these conditions, and they got shot. What makes you think that you would have been able to get a shot off and not hit an innocent civilian? Or worse yet, turn the whole thing into a massive firefight? This is one of the reasons why we can't have nice things, because we're always having to deal with the stupidity of many Americans here in the United States, who seem to think that they're superheroes or Superman, or who think that, they'll be able to do something no matter what. Optimism is fine. Bravery is fine, but stupidity is something else altogether. You want to own a gun? Go ahead. But if you are mentally ill, if you are taking any kind of antipsychotic medication, you don't get a gun. If you're a felon, you don't get a gun. Now, this isn't going to stop anybody who's a crook from getting a gun illegally. But at least we should have some idea as to who is buying what. Again, enforce the laws that are already on the books. And let's be honest here. Again, it's one thing to own a gun to protect yourself from criminals. I get that. I respect that. I know that there are some parts in the United States where you would be a fool not to go in strapping. But why the hell do you need an AK-47? Are you planning on going out into a battlefield? Are you planning on going overseas and shooting up a whole bunch of terrorists? Really? All these people that talk about having AK-47s, I don't see them lining up to sign up at the recruitment office. I don't see them working to get across, get overseas, so that way they can serve our country. This is why we can't have nice things. This is why we can't have nice things. This is Zumak the Artist signing off. Slanchini Falcha. Have a nice day.
Holy fuck, it's hot outside. Extra hot. The sun is closer than it's ever got. The sky's polluted. It's raining crud. Pandemonium.